Shazam. Over the course of a few days in December of 1989, a group of parents, teachers, and school leaders drafted a 3-page document calling for a new international school in Thailand, a school that is inclusive in its orientation, seeking and encouraging diversity in staff and students. They described a caring atmosphere where all would be held to high standards of tolerance and respect. When NIST opens its gates on the sunny morning of August 13th, 1992, 502 young learners turned that dream into a reality. Their school went on to become the first full International Baccalaureate world school in Thailand. And in the years since, thousands of students, parents, and teachers have left their mark on the school, embracing continual growth and improvement in service of their mission to inspire, empower, and enrich lives. They are more than a school. They are a community that believes that education can transform us and in turn transform the world. And without further ado, I'm going to bring on the stage with me Miss Yvonne Trisynthia.
Hello.
Did I get that correct?
Okay, Stephen, I still have issues here. I can't hear you and I can't see you. However, I have something here on Facebook so I can see you there, and I see some questions in the live chat. So I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what happened. I used 3 different devices and yeah, it's still not working properly. But I tried to do the best I could. However, I mean, yeah. If you have to skip after this, that's fine. But people, if you have questions, definitely please feel free to contact us at admissions@nist.ac.th. We do provide personal tour, and we're more than happy to show you the facilities, the school, and answer all the questions that you may have. I saw one questions over here. It is, what learning support options do NIST offer? Yes, we do have extensive learning support team here at NIST. So we are an inclusive school, and that's why I love this school so much. It is a diverse school, and not only diversity in terms of nationalities and people background, but also diversity of learners. So we are a managed inclusive school, and we have about, I would say about 15% of our students receiving different type of support. So how does it look like? It really depends on what kind of needs that the students have. So we have learning support team in elementary and secondary. We also have Director of Student Support Services that overseeing this department. Each year level in elementary, we do have a learning support teacher. We have 11 counselors actually working in the school. So we have 1,700 students, and we have 11 counselors. So 3 of them are in elementary. We have 2 in middle school, and we have 6 of them working with our high school students. 3 are focusing on the college counseling, and the other 3 are for social emotional. And then we also have EAL support. So we also accept students in elementary, even though they can't speak English, let's say, with different level of English. Mm-hmm. So we accept students with 0 English up to the point to EAL for advanced level. So yeah, so it is a big part of the school, the inclusivity.
I think you might be able to hear me now.
I can. So what happened?
I don't know, but technology is crazy. It's the ghost in the machine. So there's another question that is, it's wonderful. I'm glad we finally made it happen. That's wonderful.
Yes, great. Yeah.
So there is another question from Elodie Baron Valmari. Is NIST planning to have 2 campuses in the future?
Not at the moment. So I haven't heard of that, and I don't think it is in the plan for the near future. We are currently building a new building. That was our parking lot at the front of the school, and that building will be finished in October. So we will have the basement over there, the drop-off, the admin will move over there, and we're going to have black box theater as well over there. And then we have the campus master plan. And what's going to happen after that is we're going to renovate and rebuild the building 1 and building 2, which is our world language building right now. So we're going to give more opportunity for elementary to expand. So this space for elementary actually will be more than double after that. But we do not plan any second campus. I know that the school is currently oversubscribed, and we're quite fortunate to be in that position right now. But we love the size of the school right now, about 1,700 students. And so 6 classes per year level. And we hope to maintain that in the future.
Excellent. Ava Cohen is asking if you're still going on construction, or you still have construction going on, how do you manage this so that it doesn't impact the learning of the students?
So of course, I mean, we have to be very, very careful because it is a working campus. It's not like an empty land and we build for a new school, but the learning is still going. So we are really, really careful about that. So right now we hoard the area of the parking lot, the previous parking lot. So they have separate entrance, so as if like it's not part of the campus at the moment. So it is not pretty right now in the main entrance, but starting in October, it's going to look so much better. And we will have areas for parents as well to mingle, because that's one thing that parents really love about NIST, the community, because you meet people from other parts of the world and you learn from each other and you form a community. So we're going to have a special area for parents to meet and mingle over there at the front of the campus. Yeah.
Excellent. Final question for you. Unfortunately, because this time does fly by, tell me a little bit about NIST X and the things that we saw in the video there about some of the off-campus adventures that they do. Yes.
So we have a NIST X, which is part of NIST as well, and they're focusing on the Action Week and the outdoor learning. So it's expedition. So students, not only that they learn on campus, they also do it outside. So it's carefully thought. What is the theme and per year level, what they're doing and everything. But it is also an opportunity for students to use outside classroom to learn. So every year level, we start from year 4. We start little by little, like one night in year 4. And then up to the point when you were in secondary, then you go for the whole week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Miss Yvonne, Trisynthia, I really apologize that we had some technical difficulties here, but I appreciate you taking the time, not only the effort to get back on and make it happen, but to take the time out of your morning to speak with us today. There is another question there that I'll let you answer in the chat. If you circle back around and click on that chat button. And then, of course, everyone, we are doing this live. So if you do have more questions for NIST about their campus, about their curriculum, or about how they engage with students or anything else like that, please put them in the chat. I'm sure Miss Yvonne will be happy to answer them.
And I think my colleague Cindy will be meeting with you later to talk more about our surface learning.
Oh, fantastic. That's absolutely right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen. Very nice to meet you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
I really love going to NIST because everyone made me feel so welcome from the first day. It's amazing how much I have learned and achieved since I started here. They helped me to discover what I'm good at, and there are so many options for activities and learning.
When choosing a school for our children, we were instantly impressed with the NIST program and their complete approach to education.
I'll never forget my time at NIST. I had so many positive experiences that shaped me into the person I am today.
We encourage our students to challenge us as much as we challenge them. I feel this develops fresh thinking and a passionately curious mind.
Everywhere we look, we see challenges and opportunities. We strive to elevate and expand our programs, our learning, and our thinking. We create an environment that brings out the joy in learning. Safe spaces to explore and question. And nurture growth, always. Every space is a classroom. Every interaction is a connection. Every experience has the potential for learning and growth. Our learning program offers opportunities for long-term positive change that is truly transformational. At NIST, we believe student growth is multidimensional. Our service program encourages students to engage in community activities that develop solutions for the real world. Our goal is to equip each student to flourish. Through the highest academic standards, excellence in teaching, and world-class facilities, we bring true joy to learning. As we embark on the next chapter of our NIST story, we do so with purpose and passion, motivated to constantly improve with our hearts and hands in the present and our eyes on the future, building better programs, better facilities, and better opportunities for our community to challenge themselves, to grow and to learn.
What makes NIST so special to me? It's joy.
So our Year 2 students are learning to be programmers. Earlier in the year, they worked with Codable and Coding Unplugged to learn about giving clear commands and debugging programs using loops and also using functions. This time we're building on that knowledge of programming and we're using robots. So we're using the Sphero robots and the students have learned to use block programming. So they're using problem-solving skills to work out how to make the robots move. Sometimes they're exploring making the robot speak or even change color. So they're learning through trial and error and problem-solving. They're learning to work out the cause and effect of what some of the blocks do. So with the movement blocks, they're learning that they need to change the speed, they need to change the time or the duration the robot rolls for, and they also need to change the direction. So they're learning a lot about programming, they're learning a lot about cause and effect, and they're also learning a lot about resilience and really working hard to figure out how to debug their programs.
We're gonna give it to the bottle bricks, and then they're gonna make stuff like flower beds with the bottles instead of just putting them in the sea.
So our product is a board game, and it's gonna help fair NIST because it's easy to make and it tells a story because the game is about farmers.
So the reason we are making this is because a lot of the old coffee beans that Fair NIST doesn't sell goes out to like wastelands, and it's not like good for the environment. It makes more trash. So these are old coffee beans, and we're using it to make our body scrubs so it doesn't go out to waste.
So we're on the IA Silver practice journey, which is the opportunity for them to learn the sets of skills that they've got to use when they're on their actual qualifying journey.
So this journey, it's learning how to use a stand-up paddleboard, paddling along, how to read the river, learning how to navigate, learning how to work as a team. And that's preparing them for a 3-day journey they'll do in 2 months' time.
Something super cool that I experienced was like the overall like nature, being able to see the nature, because Bangkok is not like filled with a lot of green stuff and like nature. So it's really cool to be able to like experience that and like feel the breeze and like fresh air.
One thing I learned on this trip was something very important that Troy taught me at the very, very start, which was respect the river. If you respect it, it will respect you, and so don't try and fight it. It's just experience the beauty of nature, respect it.
But without further ado, I'm going to bring Miss Cindy Chen onto the stage with me here. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Great success. It works. We can hear you.
Yay. Yes,
right.
it does. Hey, let me
Excellent.
try sharing screen. This is my first time using this platform, so hopefully I can successfully share.
All right, there you go. I see your slides. I'm going to pull down this overlay, and you are ready to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Due to our quick 10 minutes together, I will share slides now and just jump right in. So hi, everyone. Thank you for joining the session Unpacking Service Learning Together. In this quick 10-minute session together, I would like to share on types of service learning frameworks, and the elements of a student's journey as a change maker. And my name is Cindy Chen. Grateful to be in my role as the Secondary Service Learning Coordinator at NIST, working with passionate and inspiring educators, students, and parents. I'm a learner myself in this journey and here today to share some of my experiences, understanding, and practices. So before we start diving more into the details for today's session, I would love to learn from everyone here and how you would describe service learning. I don't know how active the chat room might be today, but let's give it a try. So we're going to carry out a quick chatterful, meaning please type your answer in the chat, but do not press enter yet until you hear my signal. Then all of our responses will flowing like a waterfall, hence chatterfall. So the question today is, when you hear service learning, what is the first word that pops into your mind? Now, please type your message and respond in the comment, but please do not click send yet. Give it another 10 seconds. Okay, hopefully you might be able to type in with your devices. And on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. I would appreciate it if you send in your responses, if it's possible. Community, love it. Work. Great. Thank you very much, everyone. So there are different definitions to service learning, and many center around the theme of learners, students, the children engaging with global issues and taking meaningful actions locally towards empowerment and sustainable impact. But one of my favorite is definitely this word cloud that I'm sharing here, which is created by the students. I carried out the same activity with the students, asking them how would they define service learning, and here are the words that they put down. Centered around meaningful action, caring, our actions matter, the needs and assets, and who I am in the world. Beautiful word cloud. And now I am going to move into more on a little bit of a share on 4 main types of service learning, but not limited to, that support students in building skills, interests, and experience within each one of them. The first one is direct service. As its name, it is direct interaction with the community, partners, and the environment. And some of the examples could be tree planting, volunteering at animal shelters, working with villagers in northern Thailand and development projects, building a rooftop garden. And I'm sharing some beautiful photos of students and teachers and educators engaging in these activities, direct service. And the next one will be indirect service, which means the actions that are not directly with community partners in person or not directly done on site. It could be redesigning websites in partnership with organizations or selling service products in the school in supporting community partners. And here are some photos of different events and projects the students could spearhead. Hair donation, selling of bamboo straws instead of plastic straws, hosting a market on sustainability, upcycling projects, or social enterprise. And the next one will be advocacy. Just like its name, speak on behalf of a cause or concern to promote actions on a specific issue. Could be done through awareness campaign or creating videos on sustainable lifestyle. And here are some examples. Earth Week is coming up soon in April. And some of the campaigns that we join, #IWeigh or #BreakTheBias. And this week, dedicating to #Freedom and Peace Week. And last but not least, the foundation of all types of service learning is collecting information and data through various resources. Analyze the data and report on a topic of importance to influence policy or practices. And here are some examples. For example, a school could be collecting data on how we're managing waste on a campus. What are some growth areas? Meeting as a team to map out the plan of action, or utilizing tools to dive deeper into the actual issue so we're not just seeing the event that's on the surface. So the actual action can be more meaningful and more sustainable as well. So after unpacking the 4 different types of service learning a little bit more, I would like to share with you some service learning frameworks that a lot of international schools utilize and engage the students with. And a lot of them focus on diving deeper into an issue with the student's passion, assess needs and assets, visualizing systems and complexity, and reflect upon their learning experience and demonstrate their learning experience as well. Here are 3 great community partners when it comes to service learning. Inspire Citizens on the top, thinking about the predicted future, Compass Education for Sustainability in terms of unpacking systems thinking, and of course, Service Learning Cycle by Kathy Berger-Kay. And here's a very brief and quick sample of meaningful service learning connections with a specific academic subject. And in this example, it's a middle school unit, individuals and societies, on production, distribution, and consumption, focusing on food production. So the knowledge and skills will be social and environmental consequences of different farming practices and how consumer choices can reduce negative impact. And then we can lift that knowledge and skills into the conceptual learning of consumers can make choices to reduce their impact on the food production chain. Then we connect that to the attributes of caring and connect it with an SDG to join the global movement and into a lot of the different actions and projects the students are spearheading. And it is really highlighting a child's learning journey as a change maker, building onto their personal and social attributes, ranging from caring, open-minded, self-aware, resilient, principled, and more. Becoming a systems thinker, embracing complexity and identifying leverage points and making a difference. And building local and global partnerships, focusing on reciprocity, needs and assets, and meaningful and sustainable impact. And lastly, I would like to end with this slideshow showcasing young change makers taking various actions, making a difference in the school community, our inter-schools community, Bangkok community, and the world. Thank you very much for your time. And if you would like to connect more, please do not hesitate to send an email, and have a lovely remainder of your day. How am I doing with time, Stephen?
Doing great. We're kind of there. If you want to, if there is a question or somebody wants to put something in the chat there, Cindy, you're more than welcome to hang out and answer any of those questions that may come in. But I'd like to move on to our last three schools, and we'll go from there.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.